So why don't you guys just take this opportunity and breathe with me. Deep breath in. Hold it in to 4 seconds. Release for 7 seconds. Deep breath in. Hold it in for 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. And release for 7 seconds. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Last deep breath in. Hold it in for 4 seconds. Release for 7. Alright, beautiful souls. Welcome back in. I believe this message is to reach out to individuals on their healing journey in this powerful transformative time that we're in, so that we could release what doesn't serve us anymore. And my goal is to send this video out with positive vibrations, with empowered frequencies, so that you can truly be connected to this video. And so the message that I'm really getting for you all is that nobody can walk a mile in your shoes. I mean, no one. Not your mom, not your dad, not your siblings, not your teacher, not your principal, no one. It's just you, your unique self, not even society. You know, we can connect with each other, right? But nobody can do what you do. Nobody can walk a mile in what you do. You can find resonating content with either this channel, with other empowered individuals, with other channels, with content that's out there that you may resonate, that you may identify with. But in the end, you are only able to connect with yourself and what you do and how you know what's best for you. And because you are your unique individual, you are your unique identity in this gigantic world of billions of people, you are protected. It's funny to think, it's even, you know, it amuses me to think that why would God protect me? There's so many people. My situation is too minuscule to even be worried about, right? Why would the Creator worry about it? But the truth is, Creator does worry about it. I don't really know how that works, right? This Creator, but that's what the system really is. That God, your Creator, your source, has his attention, her attention on, I don't like to use, you know, gender phrases, but has its attention on everyone. Everyone's problem gets solved. Everyone gets the help they need. And knowing that you are as important as the next person, I'm as important as another person, it makes a difference that your problems matter to the universe. Your problems, your scenario is not something that's just going to be overseen. So if you want to stay ahead to listen to this empowered message that's coming through for you, stick around so we can talk more about it. Alright, beautiful souls, welcome back into the Genuine Room. I'm your host Rachel. I'm a spiritual empowerment coach, and I bring to you all empowering concepts, inspiring wisdom to help you on this journey as you navigate through your purpose, through your life journey, so you know you're not alone in this world. If you're a returning viewer, welcome. So excited that you are supporting the Genuine Room family. And if you are a first timer, really grateful that you are here so we can grow this family. Do like, share, subscribe so we can keep growing together, and it does support the algorithm of this channel, okay? So what I'm really getting, and what inspired me to make this video, was looking at my own biography, looking at I hope you guys are enjoying the mic that I have here. I like mics. But looking at your own journey of how far you've come, because I don't know everybody's story. I try to resonate or share my story so everybody can feel connected. But looking at, things that you go through in life, and sometimes we are being gaslighted to feel like when we interact with toxic individuals, unhealthy scenarios, unhealthy individuals, we are told that we're not good enough. We are made to believe, and the lies. Let's not forget, because I look at individuals now as their vessel being carried with that energy. I have come across so many toxic individuals, scenarios, and I really look at the energy that they're carrying. I don't look at them as who they are. I look at what they're carrying, right? What kind of energy they're carrying. If it's empowered, if it's positive. Some people carry negative energy and they don't even know it. Or they're stuck. They're absolutely stuck and they never shake from it, and they stay stuck. They stay toxic, and they go around giving out that toxic energy, or they gather around with other toxic individuals or scenarios. So it's toxic interacting with toxic. It's about that energetic ion, right, that everybody's carrying. So people have positive ions in them, and so a negative ion causes just like a really negative reaction. And so it's what energy you're carrying. And so after going through experiences that were shattering in my life, and I have made a video on that, I've shared my testimony. I'm going to leave that link up here. Make sure you check that out. I just recently posted it as well. And I thought I should, express more about that. What is the aftermath of what we do next when we do find out that what we go through is not a definition of us, and is not meant to be. We're not meant to be what we go through. We are meant to overcome that. We are meant to recognize and do what our purpose is here to do. Heal, live, grow, develop, become this individual that we're meant to. And release things that no longer serve us. And so one thing that I recognized as I am, trying to develop my own purpose, trying to live out my own purpose, not only for myself in a selfish manner, but share it to people. And one thing I've recognized, you cannot give everyone what they don't want. I was on a mission where I felt like my positive energy, I was confused with people pleasing. I thought that I had to be nice with others because that's me symbolizing that I'm a kind person, and that's not the definition of being kind. When you feel like you have to do more than what you're receiving, when you are inconsiderate of yourself and your boundaries, and you're doing all these things because you have a wrong definition of kindness, it's just not kind. In the end, you feel like it was purposeless. In the end, you feel like you're cheating your own self. And guess what happens in return? People don't appreciate that because it's not genuine, right? And so I had to redefine what kind really means. And sometimes walking away from scenarios is the kind thing you can do for yourself, and it benefits the other party too, right? Like when you are walking away from a scenario, a setting that is not genuine for yourself, it helps the other person too, because it's just like energy is something that cannot be defined. It's felt, it's sensed, you experience what that energy makes you feel. So if you're a positive person going around a negative scenario, It's not going to do you any good or the other person, because it's going to be an energetic conflict. And the best thing for you yourself, if you're on your way to being an empowered individual, you are an empowered individual, knowing your worth and being strong and courageous in that by walking away from scenarios that don't serve you is your ideal best thing to do. And one of the things that I've noticed also that have come up for me is the lies. Lies, how to live out that empowered side of you when this world is so chaotic, when half of the world doesn't even know who they are, or feel like they need to fit in. If you're a type of person that stands out, or if you shine bright, or if you have your unique self, or you identify as a chosen one, it can be frightful to think, will the world accept me? Will I be able to do out my purpose? But I'm here to encourage my beautiful, authentic beings. I'm here to encourage my chosen ones that connect with that word. Because everybody is differently chosen in their own unique way, but they resonate with things, right? And so that you can be empowered. But the first thing to do in order to feel this unfiltered side of you, right? Your true authentic self, is owning it. It's about time our chosen ones, our spiritually awakened ones, know that, look, we no longer can play it small. We no longer have to fit in, because we're not meant to fit in. We're here to make a difference and shift the vibration of the universe as our calling tells us to, but we have to first own it. If you're going to still not own it and have one foot on you owning your identity, which is being called for your purpose, living out your true authentic self, and your other foot by trying to play it safe in society as well, or just in general, wherever you hang out, what you do, then that's the imbalancement we tend to create on our own, right? So this year, what I really feel has been a very empowered, energetic shift for spiritually awakened people, where we are no longer being called to hide our light, where we are no longer being called to, maintain the peace because we need to people please. And yes, it happens in all levels, shapes, and sizes. If one of the ways you're not unlocking your vision or unlocking your identity is because you're not owning it completely, you still feel like you want to fit in because you've conditioned yourself to do so. You've conditioned yourself that you need to hide away because majority of the world is still asleep, or majority of the world is not going to accept us. But this is the peak point of my message here for you all, is that we're not here to please what another person thinks. We're not here to please our family. We're not here to please groups and settings. We're here to please our Creator, who has given us this light, who has given us this authority to walk out what we're meant to do. And when we depend on ourselves, or when we depend on our Creator to support us as our armor, as our angelic beings are there to support us, as our ancestors, our whole spirit crew, and we know that that's what we should rely on. Our main tribe. Right, so our spirit crew. And when we believe in that, we believe in ourself, which is our number one cheerleading team. We're very powerful, right? when we believe in ourselves, when we believe in our creator, when we believe in the universe to support us, to help us be connected with where we truly make a difference, where we can truly provide that purpose. And the more you own that, the more you hone that energy, the more you believe in it, and the more you see how things play out in your favor. And so that really is the message that's coming in for you, is nobody else is going to be clapping for you louder than your own self. Nobody else is going to support you than your own self, because one thing that is super damaging is when we try to fit in with other people, and we're suffocating our own selves because we're not meant to do that. The more you're grateful for who you are, the more you're grateful for your spiritual gifts, for your empowered self, if you are an empath, the more you're grateful for being who you are, walking that loner lifestyle is something that you just have to do, right? We see this in so many movies. There's nothing you can do about it. The more you recognize that, yes, that's what we have to do, is walk our walk, and making sure that we walk our walk. We have to do what we need to do. And sometimes it is taking that L. It is walking away from scenarios, walking away from jobs, walking away from organizations, walking away from places that aren't kind of, you don't feel like you're giving your purpose, right? You don't feel like you feel purposeful there. You don't feel like your gifts are being utilized. The more you diminish the value of your gift, the more you're going to be playing your own self. And I say this from a personal experience. And that's why this message I want to send out to individuals, to remember who you are, a child of the Creator, a child of God. You are who you are for a reason. The things you've gone through is for a reason. It's not just because you had to go through it, because life is harsh and the reality is there, we get it, but it's because there comes a time in life where you just have to own your reality. You have to own it. And the more you own it and you remember who your actual source is, who is watching and directing your steps, the more you're going to rely on that. The more you recognize that God provides for what He sees that you, when you are listening to Him, when you are listening to the source that's telling you what to do next. And if you're struggling to do that, then praying about it, meditating about it. I'm not going to tell somebody how to pray, because it's just a natural thing to do, whether it's just you going in, whether it's you just saying, I don't know how to pray, whether it's you really saying that I don't know what the next step is. I feel like, how am I going to survive? These are things okay to say it out loud, and waiting for a response to come in with the next step. So one of the peak points of my message also is that your source is the Lord. Your source really is your ultimate provider. When He provided for you when you were really few months old, when He provided your yesterday, He provided your today. Sometimes we're so fixated on the outcome of things that we forget our main focus should be the trust part. Our main focus should be the courage, knowing our identity, staying true to that, staying true to our purpose. And when we know what our purpose is, when we know that we should be living out our true identity, then the game changes. And we get the strength to be uniquely us, to do us, and remember we can always revert back to our creator, because he ultimately is our provider. It's no manager, it's no job. It's like, yes, physically we see those things, right? But ultimately, it's no person can help you the way your creator can, and the way you believing in that and believing in yourself and trusting the process and playing your part the way you're meant to play. So I really wanted to encourage and bring to you all who your main source is. Remember that. Connect with your true identity, with playing out your part that you're meant to play out, and being courageous, because there are going to be times when you're meant to fall out. There are going to be times when you have to take that L. There are going to be times, and these are the times where we really get to test our faith. That, but the biggest, these are the times when we really get to test our faith, our belief in our path, in ourselves. But when you don't know what your path and identity, I think that's when it really becomes the blockage there. That is what becomes the those barriers on our path, because we truly don't even know. When you have a clear idea of who you are, and it keeps unpacking for you, right? Like, the more you believe in that, the more you tend to meditate more on yourself, the more you isolate, because you're supposed to many of the times as well. The more you isolate, the more you exercise this power, the more you can hone it, the more you can trust it more, and you're able to understand your tests, your trials, your tribulations. So making sure that you are definitely paying attention to your calling, your path, your purpose, and going after what you're meant to do. Not what you think you need to do, but what you're meant to do, okay? So I really wanted to come on here. I wanted to remind you all who your source really is, because sometimes we really think that loan officer is our source, or we think a particular organization is our source, a particular friend is our source, or our, remember who created our family, who gave us the family, I always tell my mom that as well, like, one of my main commandments are that we have to honor our mother and father. But I always know that God created my mother. And I always know that even if I was in her womb, was by the gift and the power of the Lord, even through deliverance and stuff. So I have a very deep understanding of the power of the Creator, and how He can help solve your problems, how He can help you direct your steps, how He can, don't be fixated on the gender too much, but how the source, the Lord, can really be fixated on, support you during your obstacles, during your journey. But hey, once again, it's about you remembering that, and sometimes we feel like we get into our prideful moments, and we tend to think that we did this. I had the strength to record that video. I had the strength to get my degree. But the main thing is to remember you've been given that strength. tomorrow is something that we can look forward to, but it's about today, being present in the moment. It's about being grateful for what we have. It's about being really remembering that our ultimate everything comes from our creator, our source, our main source. That's really one thing that we should never forget. It's like, you can always be empowered, but make sure your feet are on the ground, right? Remember always to stay humble in the end of the day, because there is an ultimate person, an ultimate source that is the main creator of everything. So I did want to come on here and share that with you all. I really hope you guys are having a great week. I hope this video was able to provide some fruit in your life. If you're lacking that encouragement, if you feel isolated, if you feel unempowered, if you feel like nobody understands your story, if you're going through spiritual attacks in life where you're interacting with people and they come to throw off those energetic attacks on you, if you are going through lies, or if you are dealing with those lies that come up in your head of telling you you may be under pressure or dead. It could be so many things, but remembering and knowing that you're not alone on this journey. You can invite your spirit crew. You can invite the source, your Lord, to help you gain that strength, and not paying heed to those lies, to those negative forces that tend to shift your focus on being ungrateful, on going into self-pity mode. I struggle with things throughout my week as well. There's one day, I know day for yesterday, I was having a great day, a blissful day. And then yesterday I ended up interacting with something that ended up being, got me into a mode. But being aware during those moments, being consciously aware and recognizing what is happening, why do I feel like that? Why am I attracting low vibrations, or what is going on, would help you along in your journey. And then using your techniques, using your tools, whether it's meditating, whether it's journaling, whether it's praying about it, whether it's really surrendering, asking your spirit crew and your team and your energetic team, your tribe, energetic tribe. I love to really refer to that as your energetic tribe, because that's what it really is. You can connect with other vessels, but on a major spirit, we're really working for the universe. We're really working for our creator, our Lord, and the ultimate source that it is really the director of our life. We're not. We're the co-creator. And so asking them to support you on your journey, when you feel isolated, when you feel that big void, whether it's certain aspects in your life that you're struggling with, whether it's you feeling like, I can't see the next step, things are not clear. You have tools, you can use them. You can even, if you feel like you can't access those tools that you actually already have, then like I said, calling on those positive energies for yourself, so you can kind of be pointed out to where those tools are, which is, like I said, praying, meditating, journaling, sometimes taking a day off, doing the rituals that you do to keep you centered and grounded and focused. And you can feel, this is a nuance that people don't really emphasize on, is you can feel fearful and frightful of the next step, of the intimidation of your purpose. You can. There's no rule that says you can't. And as a human being, it makes sense we would feel that fear constantly. But it's taking that next step. It's really whatever that next step is, right? Whether you need to put yourself out there connect with a group, go to the things that you do during the week, show up, do that next step. But if you feel that overwhelmed feeling of that step, then remember the step that you need, which is calling on those positive energies, praying, meditating. And it's okay to feel frightful of the step. It's okay to feel frightful of your own purpose. It's okay to feel frightful of your journey. It's okay to feel overwhelmed. But our main focus should really be not to give up, not to let that energy of fear and imagined scenarios that we play out in our head that don't really exist. It's just what we have been doing for a very long time. That it's okay to go through that, but making sure that you take that next step so you're not that you feel unstuck. Okay, being stuck is a place where I would say to really reach out for extra support. But if you are unstuck and you just need to take that next step, then remember, and you can watch this video again if you feel called to do so. Okay, so that was it, guys. I really hope I was able to bring that encouragement to you all. Once again, do like my video, subscribe, share, hit the bell icon so you get notified every time I post something new. And also do check out my membership as well, or if you feel called to donate to this channel, do that as well. This channel would highly benefit from that. And there's also some other charitable causes that I do promote on here, so definitely check those out. There's also different kinds of products that I promote on here as well, so all of that would help me on my journey, and I would be really appreciative of that. And thank you once again for tuning in and joining me today on this encouragement journey that we all need. I will see you all again. Take care and God bless.